Hello, it's Lexi, and in this video I am going to be going over my end of the semester debriefing activity. Of course, everything will be linked below, so feel free to watch all the videos and explore all of the documents that I have linked. Let's go ahead and get into it. So the first little segment that we have is my semester in Bitmojis. If we take a look here, this first one really shows how I felt throughout the whole entire semester. I had to keep reminding myself that I could do it and that it's all going to work out and that I was on the right path. And then this second Bitmoji kind of shows how I was throughout the whole entire semester as well. I always wanted to have my best foot forward, so no matter the assignment that I submitted, I always really was determined to make sure that it was work that I stood by and that I was really proud of. And then this third Bitmoji shows how I was feeling towards the middle of the semester. I had a lot of assignments in all of my classes, and I had a lot of birthdays going on in my family, so I just had a lot going on. So I was feeling pretty tired and burnt out. And then this fourth Bitmoji down here kind of shows like the gentle reminders I had to tell myself, like be kind to your mind and growth isn't always linear, to remind myself that I am on the right path and that I just need to stay determined and keep going. And then this fifth one right here, it shows how I kind of feel as we're approaching the end of the semester. I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of studying to do, and I still have a lot of family birthdays. I'm always so busy in the spring semester, so the struggle is definitely real. And then my last Bitmoji shows kind of my mindset throughout the whole entire semester. No matter the challenge or situation, I always try to keep a positive mindset and really carry those good vibes, because I feel like what you put out, it really comes back to you. So I am a big believer that I try to put out good vibes, so only good vibes come back to me. Yeah, so these are all of my Bitmojis, and it really shows how I felt throughout this whole entire semester. Alright, let's go ahead and get into the next segment. My next segment is going to be my teaching philosophy statement. As you can see here, I have my video of myself narrating, and then I have my document down here of my teaching philosophy statement. In short, my teaching philosophy really centers around fostering an inclusive and supportive learning environment where all students can thrive academically, socially, and emotionally. I really feel that it is important students feel that their opinion is valued, so they have a very good foundation to grow and build on. So that is going to be my teaching philosophy. I really recommend you giving the whole video a listen so you can hear it more in depth. Let's go ahead and move on to the next segment. The next segment of my Smore is going to be the favorite part of my DODL lesson plan. And for easy access, I added my content standard, the learning objective, and my level of blooms applied in my learning objective right here, so you don't have to go into the document and find it. So the favorite part of my lesson, in short, I really go into deep detail in the video that I have provided here, but in short, my favorite part was the engagement part of my activity. I really loved the mystery box part of my activity. I felt like it would be super engaging in an actual classroom, and then once we presented it, it very much confirmed my beliefs. It showed that if even the college students could be interested in it, that definitely my fifth graders would be too. And I love how I could kind of transform and adapt it to any classroom that I would be working in. So I could definitely make it more hands-on by having an actual mystery box, or I could do like the presentation kind of like how we did in class. So I really, really loved the mystery box activity. And then also in this video that I have here, I go over all 5 parts of my lesson, and I talk about the peer feedback that I received, all good things. Basically, I touched upon some things that I would improve on, and yeah, that is all in that video. Really good stuff. I recommend going and giving that one a watch too. Alright, let's move on. And then of course I have my full lesson plan linked right here. The next segment of my activity showcases the 2 UDL reflections that I thought were really just influential to me and kind of shows what I worked on throughout this whole entire semester. The first one that I chose to highlight was my Adobe Spark video. In this video, I talked a lot about UDL, and of course this is something that we touched on the whole entire semester, so I thought this video was super relevant to bring in and showcase. And then the next reflection that I wanted to showcase was my Smore reflection. This reflection was on the Mecha framework, and this was really important to me because I referred to it a lot as I was crafting my lesson. So both of these videos I was going back to, and I was looking at the resources that I use so I could use them as we were going throughout the semester. So I constantly found myself going back. So these were very important and I wanted to highlight them here. And I delve into deeper detail in this video. Alright, let's go ahead and get into our next section. My second to last section is going to be all about the takeaways that I had from this semester. It's going to be all about what stood out to me. So I had 3 main things that stood out to me from this semester. I really go into more detail in this video, but in short, the first one is that planning is super duper important, no matter whether it's lesson plan or just planning to make sure that, for example, the lessons, like planning to make sure that you have good classroom management, anything like that. Planning is key. My second takeaway was you really need to know it in order to do it. So in order to be a good teacher, we need to know the strategies, all of those things, etc. We really need to do our own learning first. And then my last takeaway is that perseverance is really a key factor in your success, and perseverance can really take you a long way. So yeah, those were my 3 takeaways from the semester, and this video goes into more detail on them. Let's wrap it up and go into our last section. The last segment of my end of the semester debriefing activity, I could choose what I wanted, so I chose to do a little behind the scenes of our lesson. And in this video, I kind of talk about what it was like to be in my group, and I kind of share some of the comments that I felt throughout the semester. I really focused on the metacognitive statements, and I talked about how that was a really accurate reflection of the journey. So if you wanted to feel like any of us, you could just go ahead and read those statements and you would pretty much be in our shoes. And I also touched upon a little concern that I had upon the peer feedback. So yeah, go ahead and watch that video for more detail up on the behind the scenes of our lesson. And then I also included the slideshow that we had presenting while we were giving our lesson. I talk about it more in the video. That is something that I and myself and my group was really proud of. We felt it really helped our lesson go very smoothly. And then I included the full lesson plan again, just in case anyone wanted to give it a look. So thank you so much for viewing my end of the semester debriefing activity. This was a very long journey, and I am so glad that I was given this opportunity. I hope everyone also feels the same, and I hope everyone has a good summer and really dives right into the new opportunities that they're given. Good luck, everyone.